Does your Mustang guzzle all of the money out of your pocket? Are you fueling up every week because you just are not getting the correct miles per gallon that you want? Sure, Mustangs are super fun, but they do have a downside, and that is the gas mileage. You may have a heavy foot, you may have high gears, you may be forced induction, whatever it may be, you will have low miles per gallon. It's a love-hate relationship when building your Mustang. What if I told you that I know some tips and secrets in order to make your Mustang actually get a decent miles per gallon? You came to the right place, because today we're going to talk just about that. I don't know about you guys, but my Mustang guzzles up so much gas. I have the 410 gears on, the cold air intake, the tune, but look what I am getting right now. 13.5 average miles per gallon. That is just unacceptable. I'm gassing up almost every 5 to 6 days. It's not pretty, so we need to find a solution for this. Here are the steps to get the most miles per gallon out of your Mustang. But before we get started, please slam that subscribe button down below. You will not regret it. I got lots of content in my channel, as well as more coming your way. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Make sure you check out all my videos, and welcome to the Mustang community. Also, make sure you check out my last video, which will pop up right there or right there. Help me decide what my custom license plate should say. Go vote right now. And also don't forget to slam that like button if you enjoyed this video. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so when driving, there are 3 specific monitors that we're gonna have to keep our eye out if we want to get the most miles per gallon. The first and the most important one that we're gonna want to keep our eye on are the RPMs. I'll tell you more about that. As well as the information monitor right here, which can be accessed for the 05 to 09 Mustangs. If you just click info, you can see the different infos that pop up. But the ones that we are gonna want to keep our eye out is the average miles per gallon, as well as the miles per gallon monitor, which will tell us if we are going higher or lower. So the first and most important thing that we're gonna want to do in order to put our miles per gallon up is to keep our RPMs low. If you guys didn't know, RPM stands for revolutions per minute, which means the higher RPMs you have, the more your engine is working, thus using more gas. That is not what we want to do. We want to keep our RPMs all the way as low as possible. Personally, when I'm trying to get the most miles per gallon out of my car, I keep it under 2,500, and if I can, I'll keep it under 2,000. Another huge factor about miles per gallon is the type of roads that you take. Highways are your friend. Whenever we're traveling somewhere, we want to pick the route that includes the highway if we want the most miles per gallon. Highway miles per gallon for gas vehicles raises it up tremendously. We're going to want to stay on the highway as much as possible and stay away from that city. Having a manual transmission on your Mustang will help you in miles per gallon. Manual vehicles are more fuel efficient than automatics. Just to give you guys a little example of what my techniques can give you, I am cruising low RPMs, highway setting, just cruising along, and look how far the miles per gallon is setting up to be. We are currently at 47 miles per gallon, just cruising down below 2,000 RPMs consistently on a downhill. Of course, that's what you're gonna get, but that's just to show you guys a reality of what low RPMs do on a highway setting. We're still cruising along the same road, doing the same RPMs, 2,000 or so, and look where it is taking us. 54 miles per gallon as of right now. Alright, and this is to show you guys the city setting right now. We are currently at a red light, which only happens in the city. We are going to be doing high RPMs this time, and we are going to keep track on our miles per gallon. As you could already see, it's at 2 miles per gallon, but let's go ahead and check to see high RPMs right now. See how bad the miles per gallon is going to be. We are only getting 7 miles per gallon above 3,000 RPM, which is not too high. I could go a lot higher, and you could see the average miles per gallon completely different than when we were cruising in the highway setting. This is just to show you guys the logic of the full RPMs and road settings. Alright guys, and this is a perfect example of getting the most miles per gallon. I have low RPMs right now, and look at the miles per gallon just going straight up. When driving on a very hot day and you just want to put on your AC and just cool off, that wastes so much gas. If you want to save gas, we are going to want to turn off AC and either work with the air inside or just use outside air, because AC does use a lot of gas. Another thing that's really important is making sure you're keeping up with the maintenance for your car. A healthy car will give you the best performance and the best miles per gallon on your vehicle. When talking about maintenance, we want to make sure our engine is up to par. Make sure the fluids are good, make sure we're keeping up with our oil changes, and when we do the oil changes, let's make sure that they are the best quality oil for our vehicle. I only use the premium oil, and I always do my oil changes every 5,000 miles. We're gonna want to make sure that our cold air intake filter is clean and that there is nothing in the way of sucking all the air needed for the engine. Having a dirty cold air intake filter only suffocates the engine, which requires more gas for the car to run. In par with maintenance and performance, we are gonna need a tune to fully maximize the miles per gallon. I recommend Bama Performance tunes with the tuner from SET. I actually made a video about this not too long ago, which will pop up right now. It's all about tuners, make sure you go check it out. But basically, a tune will fully maximize the performance and the miles per gallon. And if you read any reviews on the Bama Performance tunes, miles per gallon does go up because it reprograms the car to work the best. I currently have the 91 Octane Race V2 Nitrous tune on my car right now, and so far it is beautiful. I highly recommend it. Another huge performance factor when taking in consideration miles per gallon is making sure that your tire pressure is up to par. A flat tire just puts more resistance on the car, thus using more gas, which is not good. We want to check our tire pressure every 5,000 miles, or if they are old and more run out, do every 1,000 to 3,000 miles. We want to make sure that these babies are solid. If you guys are wondering what PSI you should be at, it says right here, 32 PSI in the front, 32 PSI in the back. Now let's talk about weight. We are gonna need the least amount of weight when driving your car so we could get the miles per gallon up. In order to do so, no passengers allowed in your Mustang. Try only driving with yourself, because the more weight you have, the more resistance on the car, which requires the miles per gallon to go down. Another weight factor is to delete your rear seats, which I did myself for 30 bucks. If you haven't seen the video, make sure you go check it out. It's gonna pop up right now. 30 bucks done by me, just carpet, super clean. And I took out 30 pounds of unwanted weight. All right, I'm moving to the back. Another thing that I did to reduce some weight was to take out that spare tire. It is just unnecessary weight lingering around in your rear, and I took that out and I reduced about 20 pounds. I'm not entirely sure how much this tire weighs, but there's no need. I have insurance to back me up if I ever get a flat on the road, and if you have that as well, by all means take out that spare tire. It's doing nothing but slowing you down. And the last weight factor that I have for you is yourself. I run at least 9 miles a week, and look how slender and good I'm looking. I'm about 150 pounds, and the more you weigh, the more drag you're gonna put on your car. Another big aspect about miles per gallon is your gear ratio. I currently have the 410 gear ratio, which is a gas mileage killer. It is horrible. That's why you saw I have 13 miles per gallon on my car right now. The higher gear ratio we have, the less miles per gallon that we will get. If you want higher miles per gallon, you want lower gears. I made a video about this explaining the full thing. Make sure you go check it out, which will pop up right now, all about gears, more specifically 410 gears, but you're gonna wanna check that out. Gear ratio is a huge factor on miles per gallon. We're gonna wanna keep our foot off the throttle as much as we can. With a Mustang, it is very hard to do that just because of all the power that you have. But you're just gonna have to sacrifice some things in order to save some money in your pocket. Soften up your foot and you should be good. Another thing that we're gonna have to look out for is the type of gas that we're putting into our car. You wanna use the gas that your car is meant for. If it is stock, you do not need the premium gas. If you have a tune that needs the premium gas, then by all means go for that premium gas. So make sure you're putting the correct octane in your car and you should be good. And also watch out where you actually go to gas up your car. Make sure that you are using quality gas stations to fill up your car. If you guys want me to make a video on which gas stations are the best, comment down below and I'll do so. That's one of my videos I want to go ahead and make. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are all of these steps in order to make your miles per gallon shoot all the way up and save money for yourself. If you like this video, make sure you slam that like button, subscribe for more, and as always, have yourself a wonderful day.